Well, welcome back to the Small Biz Matters stand here at the Accounting and Business Expo. Very pleased to be joined by one of our attendees and also someone who's been on Small Biz Matters in the past, John Shepherd, who is the head of Single Touch Payroll at the ATO. Now, thanks for joining us because it's a pretty crucial time for you guys at the moment to get the education, get the message out there, remind people of the deadline. What's the response coming back from the audience here at the Expo?
Oh, it's been great, Alexi, and I had the privilege of being here all day on the first day, and I'm speaking this afternoon at the conference, but I had the chance to meet and catch up with a whole lot of people around the stands yesterday and talk to some of the agents that were here at some of the round tables, and the reaction's been really, really good. People have really had a thirst for the knowledge and understanding and asking good questions about it. So I think people are really turning their mind now to this implementation effort this year for single touch payroll. Now the law's in place, people just want to know what they've got to do. And they come to things like this to kind of find out.
That's right, and the messaging's been really starting to get some cut through with the accountants and bookkeepers out there. We're kind of the advisors and the partners in rolling out all this information. Why the Accounting and Business Expo to come and present at? Is it because of the audience? Or?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. So we've got over 700,000 small employers. So the first implementation was 20 or more employees, and there was only around 70,000 of those. When you've got 700,000 employers who now need to start single touch payroll over the next year or so, the agents are pivotal, and the agents provide such good support. The bookkeepers, they're the people that are on the ground actually helping people with their BAS and doing their payroll reporting for pay-as-you-go withholding. So yeah, they're critical for us to actually educate them and help their clients.
And it's about that rollout, isn't it? I guess if you can get hold of someone that's got 20 or 30 people that you're trying to communicate with, particularly around compliance, they're a great source of knowledge for their clients.
Absolutely, and they know their circumstances. So what we see with the small employer market and the small business market, in fact, is how diverse it is. So vastly different kind of skills and needs and at different stages. So with STP, with single touch payroll reporting options, there is a variety of things on our register for people to look at and try if they haven't got a product. But it's the agent that best knows what is going to be best for that business. They can help tailor and take some of the hassle and confusion out of it for them, I think.
So you've been implementing this strategy of getting out there and talking to people either face-to-face or through expos like this. Has the messaging changed as you're getting closer to the deadline?
Really, it's still around the help. Our messaging is about help and assist and giving people information, still particularly the small employers. So what is changing as we get out and talk more to people is we're able to understand what people are worried about. So our messaging really starts to be more tailored. That's why I like coming to these things and talking to people, because sitting in Canberra in a building, it's a bit unrealistic. You just really don't know what's troubling people. So getting out and understanding, hearing the questions firsthand, being able to talk to people. When you talk to people through the options we've got, the whole conversation and concern changes, and that means we can bring that back and build that into our education and communication products so we can spread that message even further.
And the way you spread the word with the ATO, you've got the Small Business Newsroom newsletter, which has a lot of subscribers and a really accessible and easy document to digest actually from anyone's perspective. You're also going out into the community as well. How else is the ATO communicating?
Our website's really good, so we've got ato.gov.au/STP. If you go there, there's a variety of materials. We're just updating a whole lot of content at the moment with the options for small employers. There's a register there of solutions. There's also fact sheets and get ready checklists, and so if you subscribe to that site, you can also get updates sent to you when things change or get new products come available. We've also got our webcasts and webinars and things there upcoming and ones that have been done. So you can get on and watch, webinar content at your leisure, at your time, when you actually have the time to do that, which is important for small business.
It is, because it's usually after around 10 p.m. at night when
absolutely.
You're doing your admin. And let's just broadly talk about single touch payroll as a whole. It's not something to be feared. It is simply a reporting mechanism. It's not more money having to be paid to the ATO. So just in a nutshell, what does the small business owner expect to happen come 1st of July?
Look, so you're absolutely right. There's not further reporting to be done or anything. It's really about the way you go about your payroll reporting. And so it's meant to do that at the same time you pay your staff, to kind of be part of that natural process and not have to come back later at the end of the year and do payment summaries and things. So it's meant to fit in with your system and processes. So that's why there is flexibility and a variety of things. So really what we want to see coming through to us through the reporting is what you're paying your staff. And you try hard, obviously, to get those amounts right. Same as you'll then pass that through to us. If something comes to light afterwards and there's an error or correction needed, you update those figures next time you report to us. So it really does just flow as, we've really tried to make this seamless to business, if you like, and if you've got software, the software does the work on this for you. If you haven't, well then again we've got the variety of options that people can look to take up.
And they're not hugely expensive for those out there who are not interested in implementing, the big packages, the big accounting packages. You just want something that's going to solve this particular reporting mechanism. There are options out there and people can find out more on the ATO website, is that right?
Absolutely, yeah, that's right. That's where our register is, and certainly your advisor should be able to help guide you on some of those options. There is a variety of things. There's full accounting packages right down to sort of some simple STP reporting packages. An important message is we keep getting asked, is this going to be available in the portal or in the clearinghouse? And the answer is no. This is really about doing this through, again, that natural process that you have for doing payroll. So, and we've worked with industry to try and come up with that wide variety of solutions, which we couldn't have provided. We would have had just a one-size-fits-all. So
it's good, that consultation process. And you keep on saying that it fits in with your payroll and it fits in with your cycle. So it's almost just a final step every time you run payroll. You flick those details off to the ATO.
Absolutely. And then, you've got still time at the end of the year to do your finalisation. So if there is any reconciliation you do with your accountant or bookkeeper, either when you do your BAS or at the end of the year, that's when you can make those kind of updates as well.
Oh, it sounds like it's almost going to streamline the process for the end of the year and maybe make life everyone easier.
I keep saying, finally, group certificates. We get rid of group certificates. It's been group certificates, for those that, are in the industry, know changed to payment summaries as a label back in 2000. But everyone still calls them group certificates. I think that's really, really funny.
That's right. Hopefully we'll be able to get rid of that in the next couple of years. Look, thanks for joining us here at the Small Biz Matters stand at the Accounting and Business Expo. You can, of course, find out loads of information which is tailored for your type of business, your size of business. Check it out via the ATO website and keep in touch with the ATO because there's a wealth of information there that's very accessible. Thanks for joining us today, John.
Thanks, Alexi. Great to see you again.